I'm calling you back from Express Insurance. I've got your file in front of me, and I've just obviously Louise has spoken with myself, and I have had a look at the notes. I think it was something to do with the wording in the letter that you're not happy about, if it's going to a credit debt company or something.
Well, yeah, it's a lie. It basically says if you do not pay, we may take further legal action against you and provide information to credit reference agency, which may affect your ability to secure credit elsewhere, which is a complete lie.
Right, well, what actually happens is you've cancelled your policy yourself, is that correct?
Yep.
Right, will we give you 28 days to make that payment to yourself for the outstanding balance?
That's irrelevant.
Pardon?
That's completely irrelevant to what I just told you.
But I'm just explaining to you what happens with it, though.
But I don't care what happens with it because I'm not paying it. But what I do care about is you lying on this letter, saying that you're gonna.
But we're not lying, though.
How do you have the ability?
Well, if you just let me explain what happens when you've cancelled the policy, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Go on then.
Right, so after 28 days, if you don't pay it, because it is an outstanding balance that is due to ourselves, we pass it on to an external agency who will arrange collection for it.
Yep.
After that.
Sorry?
That is what actually happens with it.
Okay, you pass it on to an external debt collection agency, yeah. Okay. And then what?
Well, it's up to them what to do with it. I've got no idea what to do, I'll be honest. I don't know, I don't work for them. I just know that after 28 days, if we don't get it, we send it to them and then they'll do whatever they do.
Okay, well, in step 2, it says, if I still do not pay, we may take further legal action against you and provide information to credit reference agencies which may affect your ability to secure credit elsewhere. So what you're saying is that you as a company will provide information to credit reference agencies which may affect my credit. Now, how can you provide information to a credit reference agency when, firstly, you didn't do a credit check on me, secondly, I didn't agree to any credit, and thirdly, I didn't sign a credit agreement which is in line with the Consumer Credit Act? So how can you then turn around and say that you will submit information to credit reference agencies? What you're doing by writing that on there is you're committing fraud.
When you've taken out this policy, though, it's been for a 12-month contract, and there is obviously penalties because you've cancelled early for whatever reason that you have cancelled.
Okay.
There is an outstanding balance on which is debt on this file that is yours because it was your policy.
Yeah.
So
Do you
if
know
that
the difference?
balance is not paid, then it is money that you owe to a company for termination of a contract.
That's correct. Do you know the difference between a contract and a credit and a credit agreement?
If you going to ask me the question again, because I don't think I think maybe Louise was the same. I don't think we're understanding what it is you're actually asking us. I mean, obviously,
well, what I'm saying is,
you clearly understand the process and everything, but I maybe don't understand the question you've been asking.
The question I'm asking is, how can you threaten to submit information to a credit reference agency when you in fact can't do that because I haven't taken out any credit?
The information that we're providing to the credit agency is after the 28 days and you don't pay this outstanding balance, it goes to them.
They are not a credit reference agency, they are a debt collection agency.
Yeah, but that's the information. We give them your information on the outstanding balance that's on your file.
Yeah.
Don't give it to anybody else, we give it to them.
Yeah, you give it to a debt collection agency, and a credit reference agency is completely different to a debt collection agency. You're putting on this letter that you are going to supply information to a credit reference agency. So that's Experian or Equifax, you're going to supply information to them. You can only supply information to them if, one, you've got an account with them and you're able to basically submit information to them, and also somebody has actually got credit from you or signed a credit agreement, or you've done a credit check. Now, I'm quite sure that in the telephone conversation when I took the insurance out, you didn't advise me that you'd be carrying out a credit check, and the lady that I spoke to previously informed me that no credit check was carried out. So therefore, you can't submit information to a credit reference agency because I didn't take out credit with you.
Right, did you originally buy the policy on the internet?
No, I bought it over the phone.
You bought it over the phone. Right, 2 seconds, just to pop you on hold, just to double check something about the letter. Is that okay?
Yeah, because that's fraud.
No bother, thank you. Are you still okay to hold? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
No bother, thank you for holding. I do apologise for keeping you waiting.
It's all right.
What customer relations were trying to do for me there was just to try and get a copy of the letter just so that they could check the wording But what's unfortunately happened is it's went in error on us, so that means it's sent out another letter to you, and we've got absolutely no way of stopping that. So you are going to receive another letter of exactly the same letter that you've had, and I'm really, really sorry. I can't intercept it in any way at all. Our system actually crashed when she tried to reprint it to return it to herself to look at.
Right.
It's actually going to send out another one in the post. We've got no way of being able to stop that. The post doesn't come from here, it's a sorting office. All our mail's done in an office. I don't actually even know where the office is. And I've got no way of being able to phone that company up and say, can you stop link, because there's no reference numbers or anything. So just to let you know that you're going to receive that letter again, and I'm really sorry about that.
That's all right, but what does that, I mean, what relevance does that have to the letter that I've got?
What they've said to me is the company that Express Insurance use to collect any outstanding balances, a company called Scott Call or a company called ARC, and they do not pass your information on to a credit agency. They don't do that. They don't put it on any credit files, any debt files or anything like that.
Okay, well the letter that I received from you, it says Express Insurance at the top.
But what will happen is in 28 days if this outstanding balance isn't paid, then it will get passed on to a company either called Scott Call or ARC.
Yep.
And they will write to you themselves, but they don't then put that on to any other company. They don't, like what was the debt agency or something like that you mentioned that's on the letter?
Well, the letter is from you to start with. It's from Express Insurance. It's not from. It's not from.
Yeah.
It's not from your debt collection company.
It's not got to that stage yet.
Yeah, I know. So what it says on the letter is that you will provide information to credit reference agencies which may affect my ability to...
The company that we use, once the outstanding balance, don't do that.
I know, but why are you talking about the company? You're saying that you're going to do that.
I'm saying on the letter what I've done is I spoke to customer relations, and they're going to speak to the department that actually deal with the letters for outstanding balances and speak to them about the wording. It shouldn't say that on it because we as a company don't do that.
I know you don't.
No, we don't. And the company that your outstanding balance would go to don't do that either, so that shouldn't be on that letter.
So that's fraud then?
We really appreciate you highlighting that to us and giving us that feedback, but we will obviously need to take that on board with the department that deal with that.
Okay, well I've just...
That because we don't do that.
I know you don't. And just so you know, I've contacted the Office of Fair Trading and the FSA as well, and I'm waiting for a call back from the community legal advice people as well.
Right.
With regards to this letter, because I'm quite sure that this is something that you probably send out to everyone, and everyone is. I'm fully aware that you don't do that, so I know that that's fraudulent claim on your letter.
Yeah, well, we do really appreciate the feedback that you've given, and obviously we will need to investigate it at our end. But obviously, if you're still not happy and you want to take the matter further, my customer relations department has said that I could log a complaint, and what would happen then in 5 days' time, you would receive a letter from them telling that they've got your complaint and they will investigate it, and then they have 20 working days to give a full and final response of what actually happened with the wording on the letter.
Okay, you can do that.
I'll do that for you. Right, I'll get that done just now. I'll phone them back up. Obviously I have spoken with them. I'll phone them back up and I'll log that complaint. Well, you will receive a letter from them just saying that they've got your complaint in the next 5 working days, and then they've got 20 working days to issue with a full and final response once they've investigated what happened.
Alright, thanks.
Is that okay for you?
Yep, cheers.
No bother. Thank you very much for giving us that feedback today.
Cheers, bye.
Thank you, bye.